Yokoso Otakus. So Digimon Survive has been out for a little bit now, and I have not given my first impressions. That is why I am here today. I'm finally putting this to rest. Now, this game had kind of an interesting release in the way that a lot of us weren't really sure how the digital drop was going to work on it, and many people ended up not able to get physical copies of it, which absolutely sucks. My heart breaks for you. I am a physical collector, and I actually didn't get this physically either. I pre-ordered it at Target, and they decided that they were gonna like give it to me a month later out of nowhere, like the very last day that they were gonna deliver it. So aces to you, Target. So the first thing that I have to get out of the way, it seems to be the biggest controversial thing with this game. It's a visual novel, guys. It's definitely a visual novel. If you don't want to read and you don't want to go through a story, this game isn't for you. It's just not for you, kids. Go play Cyber Sleuth some more, or any of the older games that you want. I'm sorry to break it to you, but this is absolutely a narrative-driven game, and it is 100% a visual novel with only a small portion of the gameplay being the battles. As you get through the game farther, you'll get more battles. So the first half of it is just chock full of text. That said, I am not the biggest visual novel fan in general. I don't dislike them, but I don't really love them a lot. They have to really offer something to me, be unique, or just, be really well written to really work for me. This one delivered 100%. There is so much good stuff that I can say about this game from a lot of different standpoints. One, we get character development, and the characters develop well. The story's written well, and it's delivered really well. What I really actually like the most about it is the visual presentation. I think I just get so dang used to playing visual novels where you just get a little character over on the side of the screen and they're like, hey, how you doing today? What's going on? And you get the text at the bottom, and then the next character talks and they pop up over on the other side and they're like, hey. And every now and then you get like a scene change that moves over to the other side. This one is not like that. It actually has this pretty dynamic camera. You have these large groups of characters in a singular area, and the camera will dart over to the left and it'll shoot over to the right, and it'll zoom out and see a couple people, or it'll zoom in on someone's face as they're like, oh my god. You get all these cool little pop-ups that come up, kind of like a little manga panel shoots up with a close-up or something that everyone sees in the distance and stuff. It really feels dynamic. It's really, really nice. Everything else about it is pretty standard fare, but again, like I said, I really like the story and the characters. Initially the first really 3 chapters, you're gonna put a lot of hours into the game, and you're gonna think all the characters are super lame, kind of flat tropes. And I gotta tell you, if you just keep going, you're gonna see some exposition, some changes amongst the characters. It is pretty well done. It really is pretty well done. I'm not saying it's an absolute masterpiece of writing so far. I'm only to the 5th chapter. Moving on with that, it is a dark story. It is pretty amazing, actually, how dark that it gets. I know that the game involves kids, and I know it's a Digimon game, but I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, the kids die. And no matter what kind of decisions you make, that may happen anyway. You may see that, especially on your first playthrough. The thing that's kind of really interesting about this game, and obviously I haven't got there, I've only just heard from you guys when you're watching me play it live, but this game actually is set up in a way where you play it for the first time, and then you'll get a new game plus, and you can run it again, and you're going to be able to have some differences. You're going to have some changes. The game really has a reason to play multiple times, and I really think that that's cool, with the major feature that everyone needs when you do that is you can skip dialogue. You can just fly through the dialogue on your next playthroughs and stuff. And a lot of people have been asking me if that is a thing. It is a thing. The thing you can do, you can set it to, if you've read the messages before, just fly by them and you just make your decisions, and you can go through and you can choose your other path. Now, speaking of paths again, you have multiple paths that you can take depending on which affinity route that you want to go through. So You can do what I'm doing, and I'm playing, and I'm just seeing what I get on my first play. I'm answering the questions how I want to answer them, experiencing the story organically without trying to maneuver my way into one way or the other, and I'm going to see what happens. Now, on my next playthrough, I might want to taper in, and I might want to go, you know, the vaccine route, and I'll shoot through vaccine, and I'll only answer vaccine questions, so I can skip all the dialogue, and I can get into there. So we'll talk about the combat just a little bit, and like I said, this game is not that centric. I've seen all sorts of people say, you know, it's 80% story, 20% battles. The one that everyone seems to be settling on is kind of like a 60-40, 60% talking, 40% battles. It really does change as you continue through the game, though. I remember at the beginning of the game, I was like, oh my god, we got into a battle, this is so great. And then there was no more battles for a period of time. And I was like, what the heck is going on? You know, in the next chapter, as you got towards the end, it was like battle, 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 battle. And I'm just like, holy cow, all these battles are popping up. And I basically heard that at the end of the game, when you get to the deeper chapters, the game has 12 in total. When you get to the deep chapters at the end, it's almost just like constant boss fights, just a barrage of boss fights just rolling down on you, I guess. So there is more combat at the back end of the game, but at the beginning of the game, when you get into it, you absolutely are just, you're not going to experience that at all. But I don't want to make this too long. I don't want to get into this too far because I'm not doing a full review on this game until I'm absolutely done with it. But I want to say that this game has delivered in spades for me 100%. I think the visual novel qualities of it have been absolutely fantastically done. They've been done as well as visual novels could be done, in my opinion. The battles seem to be pretty good. They're not overly challenging, but they do get more challenging as you play. And again, I'm only like halfway through the game as far as chapters go, so I'm expecting more challenges as it goes. You can also just kind of taper off grinding and tapering off all the different extra stuff you can do to bolster your team to make it even harder if you want to, or the game really does allow you to just do it like a story run and just set everything to easy and grind and have all the fun that you want and enjoy it. The game can be played how you want to, and I actually really respect the game for that. I've been doing different things at different times depending on how I'm feeling. The experience has not been hampered at all by it at all. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. I posted a moment recently with a character named Shuji and his Digimon Lopmon. It was harrowing. It was painful. It was emotional. There's another one that's before that you go through. I'm not going to try to spoil these in this video, but there is moments in this game that will floor you. You will be feeling something inside, absolutely. And I think that this game definitely needs credit for that, despite being so dialogue heavy, which many people don't like. So I guess all I want to say is that right now I am thoroughly enjoying this game, and it seems like every chapter I get farther into it, the more I am just in love with this game, the more I am experiencing from this game, and it's just aces as far as story play goes. I can't really not suggest this to anyone who likes good stories. I think you should definitely be playing it. I'm not the biggest Digimon fan. I'm actually I'm not against Digimon in any way, but I've been so separated from it for so long, and I'm taken in by it. I'm brought in and I'm able to enjoy it, and I don't feel like I'm missing a whole lot. Obviously in chat, you know, people are kind of filling me in on different things and they're telling me about different things, but I don't feel like if I didn't get that I wouldn't be getting a really great experience from it. I'm absolutely looking forward to this. I'm hoping to finish the stream out by the end of the month with this. We have quite a ways to go, but gonna be really good. What are you guys thinking about it? Let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. I know people are all over the board on this, but to me, it's just absolutely fantastic. I'm Dre with the Otaku. If you guys like this content, hit the thumbs up or hit it thumbs down if you don't like it. I don't really care. You do what you need to do. Hit subscribe if you want to see more anime news, reviews, and gaming coverage. Catch you on the next one.